Hi guys, it's Friday, I think was 26th, 27th, I don't know, it's kind of hard to keep track of days anymore. I'm hoping my battery will last for a little while. I kind of got some moisture into the where my where you charge the battery, and it doesn't seem to be holding a charge for very long at all. Luckily I did find my second battery, but anyway, so I don't know if I'll be able to go as long as I normally do. I know mine are kind of long because I don't, I don't video that often. But I just figured it's still January, sit here by my fire and give you guys an update because I was okay last time, but not as well as I've been doing as of late. Although the past couple of days, especially today, has been really kind of rough, mainly from a lot of emotional stuff going on and some personal stuff going on. So, and getting more anxious about the fact that come April, I have no clue where I'm going to be living. So, if you got a room for rent somewhere, hey, I'm willing to go wherever. So, um, yeah, so that's, obviously stress that we really don't need. A lot of stress going on with all of us that are, going through this and things you don't expect to be going through. But I wanted to primarily say a huge thank you to all of you guys because this past Sunday I tapered by excuse me, my phone's kind of acting weird there. I tapered by another 0.5 milligrams, and it I was at 8.5, and I went ahead and jumped another 0.5 this past Sunday. I had been going 1 milligram, so I was at 10 and I went to 9. I was a wreck, and basically you guys were saying you're going too fast, you're going too fast. And keep in mind, I was originally going at 2.5 milligrams every 2 weeks. So, but when you're at 40 milligrams of Valium, that's not, it was okay. I was still having, as my video showed, I had terrible waves, but I was having a lot of good windows. I'd even started running again up to 15 miles. Wasn't a good idea, but I was doing it, but it felt great at the time. Got down to about 17.5, 15 milligrams, and it's like, whoa, so okay. That's when my doctor said, I don't want you tapering any more than 1 milligram. And keep in mind, he's a gynecologist, and he's doing this with me because no other doctor would help me, so he's learning along the way with me, but he thought I should slow to 1. I didn't want to do that because, as we all know, we're anxious. We want to get to the end so we can get to the other end of, whatever happens after. So I did slow down to 1. Some more very, very traumatic personal things happened in my life. I quit tapering for 3 months and did then stayed at 10 for about 3 months, jumped to 9, and that did not prove to go too well. So you guys were telling me you're going too fast, you shouldn't be tapering more than 5%. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, why didn't I know this? Why wasn't I thinking that the lower you go, obviously your percentages, it's going to be different. The lower you go, you shouldn't continue to go with that same dose. So, duh. So I did go to 5%, pretty much, because I'm dry tapering. So I'm breaking my 2 milligram Valiums into 4 pieces, and when I need to do a 0.5. So actually I'm going a little bit faster than 5%. But so far it's been okay. So I went from 9 to 8.5. This past Sunday, I went from 8.5 to 8. Overall, I feel I'm doing pretty well. It's just like a poet has said on one of her videos that that internal anxiety that I wake up with. Well, when I do sleep, wake up with. It's just like inside, and you just, like she said, you just kind of want it to erupt. So it just like, just get it out, this feeling, just get it out of there. So I would say anxiety, panic attacks, and I'm not having near the lethargicness and dizzy spells that I was having. And even did a little bit of jogging with my dog at the park the other day. Don't tell anybody because I really shouldn't be. But and went for a 5-mile long walk just to de-stress the other day by myself. And I go very fast when I walk. But sometimes I push myself too much. And I'm saying a lot again, right? I know. It's terrible, terrible. I don't know how to break that habit. But, okay. So, but basically, I wanted to thank you guys for that, because slowing down definitely seems to have helped. I have had a lot of people praying for me through all of this. I'm just going to put it out there, guys. I will never turn this into church. I respect everybody's faith and, their religion, and but I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus is my Savior. I do believe in that power. I feel His presence. I talk to Him all the time, and that's the thing. One of my favorite artists, Stephen Chris Chapman, has a song called "Let Us Pray," and there's a line in it that says, just because you say the words amen doesn't mean this conversation has to end. And I converse with God. I talk to Him all the time. I've cried out to Him, yes. Sometimes I've just broken into singing hymns like that I used to sing in church years ago. And it would be amazing how things would calm and the attack would stop. So yes, I talk to God all the time about people, about everything going on, and about this, why it takes on, just everything. I just talk to Him like He's, like my dog's right here, like He's right here, and well, because He is. So, but if that's not your belief, whatever your power is, just tap into that. I also try to make an effort to never claim anything. I don't want to claim anything. Like as far as protracted withdrawal, I know that is statistically what people go through, some weeks, months, whatever. But I don't say, well, when I get to protracted withdrawal. So I don't claim that. If it happens, I'll deal with it when it happens. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. I'm not going to say that the next time I taper in a little over a week at another 0.5, that it's going to be horrific. If it is, the good thing is my doctor did tell me, and one of you guys told me, and I don't remember everybody's names and stuff, but that Valium comes in a liquid form. I'm very grateful for that. I've never done liquid titration. I haven't even watched the videos on how to do it. I've managed to do it this way, and but Valium comes in a liquid form, so I can actually go to 5% when I get a little lower and keep it more accurate if that seems to be what I need to do, and my doctor's very supportive of that. So that was like awesome sauce. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to give you kind of an update of where I'm at, and that I've actually overall, today was pretty rough, but my neighbor had surgery, and she's kind of it was kind of a messed up kind of thing. I've picked her up from the hospital twice today. So grateful to be able to do for her, because she's done so much for me, and I kind of feel like she's kind of the reason I'm still here, she and my dog. So, but still, in the same aspect, it was overwhelming to me to be put as kind of this caretaker type position. And it wasn't supposed to be that way, because she does have some family that have just letting her down as well and stuff like that. I felt really overwhelmed by a lot of things today. And then with my phone, I don't have $150 right now to give to Verizon for deductible for my phone, so I'm just praying that it will hold a charge, because it's working fine. It just the battery just So do you guys have any? I don't eat white rice. I don't have any white rice, but But anyway, so if you have any advice on that, hopefully it'll be maybe better tomorrow. And so that's basically my update on my taper. I'm trying to keep this a little bit more organized. Poet, I love your channel so much, and it's more professional. I love your backdrop and all that, but this is actually really good for me, considering if you guys have watched some of my other ones that were like here or there, and then of course I was in my other home before, and we won't go there. But so yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more of a kind of a space. I love this little space here, so it's working for right now. And I want to say a special thank you to someone named Renee who watches my videos, and she's not. Some people watch, but they're not ones to comment, and they don't really do YouTube. But the videos are helping them. but she did email me, and I came across an email she had sent me last November. I put both of her emails, Renee, I hope you don't mind I did this, because I don't know your last name or anything. I put both of them on my Facebook page because they were so absolutely incredibly amazing and beautiful. I get kind of choked up when I think about it. But, you know, and she said that, you know, she doesn't believe, as I don't believe, you know, that this isn't happenstance. You know, people are coming into our lives for a reason. You know, the people who've come into mind through this, and you guys know who you are. And I don't watch many of the pages right now, just to be honest with you. I'm not quite there yet, as far as, but the ones who like poets, you know, those are things like that are very helpful to me. But so I hope you guys understand that. And I just really hope that I can start being some, you know, a little bit more encouraging with this process, and trying to just, I'm trying to do as much as I can to like stay out of the apartment. We've had some beautiful January weather here in Georgia and Atlanta. So go to the dog park, and even if it is just like running to, hey, I'm just going to run to, you know, wherever. Unlike Poet, I never suffered from anxiety and panic attacks ever in my life. I would get really nervous before I would get on stage to sing, especially when I first started singing, that kind of stuff. But I never had anxiety, never had panic attacks, and I came from a very abusive type situation in my home. I mean, I've been through some horrific stuff. The police lived at our house when I was, and then a lot of stuff through the years and stuff. But I never developed that. So, but mine was insomnia, kind of unexplained insomnia, which may have contributed to the PTSD that I was later diagnosed with from childhood and other issues. So maybe that's where the insomnia came from, because I've had it severely since my early 20s. So, but I didn't put the M on that. Aren't y'all proud of me? Anyway, so but basically, I just wanted to give that a quick update. I don't know how long my battery's going to last, and shout out to Renee, to Poet. Thank you for checking on me. I was in a kind of a bad place a couple of days ago. She kind of sensed it. That's kind of how it works. Thank you so much. It meant the world to me. And I would like to ask you guys to reach out to Casey Smith. She's on one of my videos, either this one or the one before. And I did speak to her on the phone. I felt like I maybe overwhelmed her a little bit, trying to like put so much info, you know, trying to help her so desperately. I'm very, very worried about her. Her actual name is Kim, but on my YouTube page she showed as Casey Smith. She's in Texas. If you find her, please send her some encouragement. I mean, I'm talking like seriously worried about her. And she's moved in with her elderly mother, has a 15-year-old son. So, and she's not really keeping in touch much, but it's really, really bad. So, and it really breaks my heart. So pray for her or send her some thoughts and encouragement if you can find her on my comments. And also I wanted to just touch briefly on the medication aspect of it. And I want to read you this list right here. Celexa, Effexor, Lithium, Lamictal, Seroquel, Abilify, Buspar, Remeron, Trazodone, Doxepin, Restoril, Ambien, Zyprexa. Not counting 17 years of Klonopin and the Valium I'm on now. These are all drugs over the last few years that I have been being put in hospital after hospital after hospital when they were trying to find out what was wrong with me, including most of these under the care of the same psychiatrist for 2 years, including 10 electroconvulsive therapy treatments. And if you don't know what that is, I mean, you are put to sleep and they shock your brain. No, that's the kind of insanity that is involved in benzo withdrawal syndrome, and in the doctors not informing you that, you know, actually what your problem is probably a benzo dependency is why you're getting sick. And so that's when I started having panic attacks, anxiety. But what it was interdose withdrawal that I was having, benzo dependency issues that I was having. And then, of course, when you start coming off the drug, anxiety, panic is just one of the many things that it's like you've never known this in your life. Sleep, yeah, I don't sleep much right now. That's part of this process also. I can only imagine for people who have slept all their life and the fear of that. It's almost kind of a blessing to me that I've struggled with insomnia my whole life, because I'm very used to not sleeping, although it makes this process more difficult to then handle all the other things that are going on in your life when you also don't have sleep. I do manage still to sleep about 3 or 4 hours a night, but I don't claim this, but statistically that can change the lower you go. And some people don't sleep for 2 or 3 months when they're all done. But you know, it's you can get through it. You can get through that. So just know that. And I wanted to name all that list because all of these drugs, I'm sorry, unless it's severe, so like say schizophrenia or I do believe in bipolar disease, and that there absolutely medication is needed. But just mild depression, regular depression, mild anxiety, whatever, no, all of these drugs that I listed, personally, I don't believe in a single one of them, because I've been on all of them. And I wasn't tapered off any of them. It would be like, oh, stop that one, and oh, let's try this one. Okay, you know, Zyprexa is not working. Let's put you on this. It was absolutely insane. I don't believe in taking these type drugs. I don't believe in taking anything that's mind altering while your brain is recovering, trying to heal itself from benzos. So personally, I don't believe on staying on anything that's an SSRI or anything like that. And the thing about it is, medications like Remeron, Trazodone, Doxepin, those are antidepressants that are used now for insomnia. I was on Remeron for quite a long too, and poet, and so I'll be comment on you. But I'm so grateful that you're off of it. Don't believe in it. It's just I just think the stuff is just bad news stuff. Any more of it you can get off of, the better, because these are mind altering medications. I used to drink sociably. To be honest with you, I don't care through this process if I ever have another drink again, because personally, I don't want to do anything that is mind altering ever again. I want to get through this, and then no. You know, I'm not saying I'm not against taking some Tylenol for you know, a headache, or some ibuprofen for that, or backaches and things we have, you know, but and life-saving medications and those type of things. But all of these drugs, because over the years I have experience with all of them. These are just the ones I could remember. So it's that out of control with what's going on. So, and the doctors are not going to tell you all of this. They're just not. For the most part, we know that. They're just not. They're going to say, I had a doctor, my longtime doctor, family practitioner, that thought Lexapro was my answer. I was in there just like this and not knowing what's wrong. Of course, he didn't believe in benzo withdrawal, so, well, Lexapro must be the cure. Take this, you'll be fine. Huh, no. No, I wasn't. First of all, Lexapro can make a lot of people very sick in their stomach and like that. So, not the answer, because he's chose to stay ignorant. But anyway, I love my doctor. He's been amazing. He's my gynecologist, for goodness sake, but he's helping me do this, and he believes in it with all his heart and soul, and now is taking a lot of his patients and tapering them off from what he has learned from this process beginning that started with me. So that's a huge praise. And thank you guys for your advice on not taking my videos down. I agree. They're horrific. I can't lie. I'm not going to say they're not embarrassing, because I still, yeah, the ones I have seen a little bit of, yeah, it's embarrassing, but I shouldn't be embarrassed by it because I couldn't help what was happening to me. But still, it's tough. But they need to be up as long as this drug is being prescribed. One day when it's not being prescribed anymore and there's nobody else that's going to suffer anymore and everybody's gone through this and done it, if I live through that until then, maybe then. You know, I prefer my grandson not grow up and see him, but hey, if he has to, then that's what he has to do. So I'm going to sign off with one last thing. I promised you guys a song. My voice, and then now I'm going to be at almost 25 minutes. Let's hope my battery holds out. Promised you guys a song. This is my favorite song in the entire world ever written. I love all kinds of music. I'm a classic rock girl, contemporary Christian music, all that. But this is one of my favorite songs in the whole world, and I thought it was appropriate because it's called What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life? And that's kind of what we're all in here right together, doing this and figuring out the rest of our life and how we're going to get through this so we can live the rest of our life happy, strong, and powerful and fighting for this cause. So I found this old cassette recording of me singing. I don't have much of a voice right now, but I pray that it'll come back. But I wanted to play this for you guys. I'm just going to leave, let it play. Hopefully I have enough time, and I hope you enjoy it. Please remember this is a boombox with an old cassette tape when you're listening, but it'll give you maybe some encouragement, and I'll get to share something with you that is such a passion for me. So anyway, with that said, I know I rambled. I know I said so what can I say? But hang in there, everybody, and I'm going to come back hopefully next week. I want to do some more on my diet and nutrition aspect of what I truly believe in has helped me get through this as well. So here we go, and we're going to hit, like I still have one of these, and we're going to hit play, and I love you, and I hope the rest of your lives are fabulous from this day forward. Right?
What are you doing the rest of your life? North and south and east and west of your life. I have only one request of your life, that you spend it all with me. All the seasons and the times of your days, all the nickels and the dimes of your days. Let the reasons and the rhymes of your days all begin and end